Ottawa Chamberfest, they have been around since 1994, entertaining audiences here in Ottawa, and honestly, some of the most incredible talent you will ever see. I can't say enough about it. And if you've never been, by the way, I really encourage you to go. Sometimes people may think to themselves, well, I'm not sure that music is for me. Trust me, when you see it live, the music is for you. I'm joined by its artistic director, Carissa Klopoushak. Welcome to the show, Carissa.
Thank you so much for having me.
You were telling me you took over as artistic director in 2020 during a very challenging time. Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, so my predecessor, Roman Boris, a member of the Griffin Trio, had been doing that job for maybe 13 years or so. And, he needed to make a change and approached me about whether I'd be interested. And the thinking was, hey, everything is kind of shut down anyway. It's a good transition time. Right. This won't be more than a few months, so we'll be back at it. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but it was in many ways a really great time because we didn't do a festival in 2020, but we have been back since 21, 22, just kind of building as we go.
What is your background?
I'm a violinist.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually met the Griffin Trio through a competition where they were a jury. I live and work here in Ottawa. I'm a member of the National Arts Centre Orchestra as well.
Oh, wonderful.
But I've been a long time. Chamber music is my first love, and I don't know. That's really, I love curating, and actually that's how I got to know Roman in that way. I invited them for a little festival I ran in Saskatoon. Still do, actually.
And Carissa, I'm really fortunate because I get introduced to all of these wonderful things that are happening in Ottawa all the time. And I'm not going to lie, before I was introduced to it, I thought, I'm not sure if I'm a Chamberfest guy.
Yeah.
I grew up a classic rock kind of guy.
Totally.
And then I went to see Chamberfest and 13 Strings and the Doms at that
Southminster.
Southminster Church. Thank you.
Yeah.
And fell in love.
Well, first of all, music is music. Good music is good music, right?
Yes.
Also, Chamberfest does things kind of differently and I think a little bit special. We do absolutely hit all of those classic points of classical music. So most people don't even know what chamber music is, really.
Right.
So I like to think of it as, if you think of the orchestra as like the stadium show, this is the intimate house concert. This is the smaller ensembles. This is string quartets, piano trios, that kind of thing. So we absolutely do those kinds of things. And then we kind of build it up and do, like this summer we've got 3 pianos on stage with an orchestra. And but everything from amazing new young string quartets to that, everything in between. We launched all our 7 p.m. concerts on May 1st. We've got some Ottawa, heroes coming back. Angela Hewitt, Wallace Junta, Griffin Trio are coming back, Henrik Alpers, lots of amazing people. Also some new stuff on those 7 p.m.s, my string quartet, Ironwood, is collaborating with Sarah Slean. She writes chamber music as well as doing her singer-songwriter stuff, so we're going to do a really special show there. And then we just launched our Chamber Fringe series, which is, that's the cross-genre late night
let's
thing.
talk about that. So everyone knows Fringe, right? They hear the Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
So how does that fit in within Chamberfest?
Well, it means from the boundary of chamber music, it's how chamber music interacts with other genres, the fringe of the boundary of the border, right? So we've got the Westerlies, this amazing sort of jazz new music group coming, brass quartet coming up to play a concert. We've got So-Called, the hip hop artist. He also sings Yiddish. And he's singing Yiddish with a string quartet. We've got some Celtic fiddle. We've got some sort of dance interactive kind of stuff. So there's lots there of Persian music during the Chamber Fringe, lots of really great stuff. That is happening at La Nouvelle Scène on King Edward or Saw Gallery, the Club Saw.
Yeah.
So that kind of vibe, bring your friends, grab a drink kind of thing, 9:30, nice hours-long set. The 7 p.m.s are all at Carlton Dominion Chalmers right downtown.
Yeah.
We also have all kinds of stuff out at Beechwood Cemetery. We've got concerts there on Sundays. We've got stuff at the Record Center, kind of more experimental stuff. Yeah, new music now. This is freshly written new music that by young people, really great people. It's the ink is still drying if there was actually ink involved. All of that
I'm
is
glad
kind
you
of
mentioned
happening.
young people too, Carissa, because I think people forget that music is still being composed.
Yeah.
In chamber music is still, because I think again chamber music and classical and so forth.
Yeah.
I think everyone thinks back to the pioneers, those that
Totally.
right, and that's well and good, but. Are more and more young people getting involved, or maybe they always have been and people just don't realize it?
I think it's just we have a marketing problem, right? Like we're always depicted as, it's Mozart, it's Beethoven, it's Wiggs, it's whatever. It's a living, breathing art form just like anything else, like dance or like, there's classic ballet and then there's contemporary dance.
Right.
And like there's art, there's, Matisse, and there's anything, there's, what's his name, Basquiat. We've got a range here, and same thing within classical chamber music, right? So one of the things I'm really excited about is bringing new, fresh faces to Ottawa alongside all of our favorites, because we all want to see people we know and love, and I also want to keep the art form moving as much as possible, and in really encouraging that. So we've got, actually this violist is coming, she's Nadia Sirota. She's a total tastemaker. She's a creative partner of the New York Phil. She's involved with Juilliard. She has her great group, Y Music, like tastemakers we're talking about, and great quartets. You were talking to me earlier about Isidore Quartet, Viano. They're winners of the Banff competition. They're like late 20s, awesome. Yeah, there's lots happening.
30 seconds left. Tickets are on sale already? Is that right?
Passes are on sale now.
Okay.
We've released a bunch, but there's so much more to come. We've got all of our noon hour programming coming out June 5th, and then free Bring the Kids stuff, all kinds of stuff.
Wonderful.
Lots coming out. So chamberfest.com, follow us on social.
You get all the news.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Chris. I love your enthusiasm
Thank
as
you
well.
so much.
Just amazing. July 20th, by the way, until August the 3rd is Chamberfest. Chamberfest.com for the entire schedule and to get your passes. We'll be back with more right after this.